We're sticking with through the break. Like I was mentioning in chat, that change of plans, admins decided to throw in a sub for Group A for the round of 80. Not 100% sure what happened. Admins say jumpy jump kind of thing. So without further ado, we're going to be jumping right into game number 1 of this best of 3. And hopefully that's not me lagging. Is that me lagging? Looks like it's stopped. Okay, cool. Spawning in the bottom right, the blue Zerg player. This is the wrench in the engine. I don't know how you want to describe it. He's showing up as backup B because he's on a backup B account. But this is actually Shannon. He is also from Sweden, or Shannon. May also be the correct pronunciation for that. And spawning in the top left, the red Protoss player. This is LoveCrit. And one adept from LoveCrit coming in now. Getting Sannen's drones here. Adept kind of, worth his weight in gold so far. Getting 3 drone kills. Almost gets the 4th. 2 drone kills, almost gets the 3rd. But looks like is he going to go back? Basically, he's hanging out here forcing these guys to stay as long as they can as those buildings. Great job there from LoveCrit. And Shannon going Shannon possibly Shannon. I feel terrible that I can't pronounce his name correctly. Shannon getting the melee upgrade with the speedling and the Overlord upgrade, so it looks like might be a repeat of SOS and Classic, harassing as much as he can with those drops from the Overlords. We'll see what happens here. Speedling's coming across the map. He's going to see this third base is up and running, so he's going to try to do everything he can to stop that third base from getting established. If we can kind of keep Protoss on like a third base, it would be very hard for him to deal with. Pylon overcharge does go off. This mothership core has enough for one more pylon overcharge, so these lings are going to go straight after the pylon, and that's takes out the Protoss's best weapon, and the lings get through. And now this mothership core has no more pylon overcharge. We'll have enough for one more later on. And look at all these lings coming up here at the top. He's going to drop right here in the main. And again, like I said, the mothership core does not have. Barely has enough now for the pylon overcharge. There's going to be a couple drops over here on the east side of LoveCrit's base. A couple here on the south side of LoveCrit's base. The S is hard and Shannon. So it's S. Wait, what's a hard S?
A hard S?
Yeah, sound. So when someone is S-A-N-N-E-N. Sannen. Okay. Not Shannon. Sannen. So Sannen, since his lings in, gets one of the pylons, is actually going to go after the probes now. And we do see here's a huge attack over here at the east side of LoveCrit's base. And look at all these probes going down. We saw Classic lose to this earlier at the GSL. And more lings coming in. Not to mention these lings have that melee upgrade. Zealot came in and is going to go after as much of these lings as possible. The Void Ray is actually attacking the Overlord instead of the lings going after the probes, and counterattack there from LoveCrit. And there's more in the main base of LoveCrit. So many workers gone down so far. 33 workers for Shannon so far have gone down. Huge attacks there from Sannen, and this will be really hard now for LoveCrit to kind of bounce back from this. He has to build nothing but probes now. The third base is basically in shambles. Oh my goodness. Gotta enjoy the in-game music. I do appreciate everyone in chat correcting me on my grammar. I have no problem if you want to correct me on some of these players' names. All these guys are from Sweden, I have to tell you. No, Shun In. Oh, yeah. Sun In. Sun In. Here comes a counterattack here from Sannen going after that pylon after that pylon. There's not enough for any more pylon overcharges. So LoveCrit has to defend against it. He's going to take out both pylons. But is it just spending too much time on those pylons instead of going after the probes? More lings getting in, going after more, more probes. 39 workers have gone down so far. Sounds good enough. Sannen. Just call him Sunny D. That's only funny if you're from the United States, I guess. And more ling drops coming in from Sannen and Sun In. Sure. Looks like he's going to try to go after that third base. Like I've said before, LoveCrit has been doing such a good job defending against this, and we'll see exactly if he could hold on to this avoid rays here. And Sannen doesn't look like he's really transitioning to anything. He got a Spire, but yeah, this base is not even that fully saturated yet. And here comes more attacks here. The Void Rays here. Is he going to be able to spot it, though? Lings are dropping now, but that Overlord's about to drop with only 3 lings coming out. It's not going to be enough. Compass fighting. Har Dishen Hakarmut. Han Kormut. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Without translating it. And I do apologize, I only speak American English. I think you're asking if the blue Zerg is the Shannon. Minvit until Velfo. Okay, I just asked if he's playing in Shannon. Yes, yeah, the blue Zerg is Shannon. That's what that's what it looked like you were asking. The mutas are now out here for Shannon. 4 mutas are on the way. Melee upgrade tier 2 has started also for Shannon. Yeah, so Shannon was like a replacement / sub. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, but as sadly as an American, I only speak English. It's not like everywhere else where you take 2 or 3 languages in high school and college or grammar school. Here in the United States, we didn't learn jack, and we barely learned English. Yeah, so I guess Shannon was like a backup or something. I don't know. It was really weird. The original bracket had LoveCrit as a buy, and then all of a sudden I get a message from the admin. It's like, oh, LoveCrit's actually going to be facing against a sub. I'm like, what? I don't, whatever. More games. That's all I care about. So Ling's going to rush in here. Muta's going straight after the carriers. Carriers are slowly moving away, but it's not going to be enough with the Mutas here just being absolutely destroyed. And all the Mutas actually died. None of the carriers go down. And the Mothership Core turning into the Mothership. And GG Wellplay gets called. And LoveCrit takes game number 1 after just holding on to that incredible defense. We saw, I think, 45 workers killed total. Where is that? Workers active. Look at that. LoveCrit just had. Yes, this is kind of where that pump. Where he got all those kills. And it was slowly built it back up, and then back up. Unfortunately, Sannen, unfortunately, just not get that third base up and running fully, and he didn't expand to the 4th. He's kind of stuck with those mutas and lings. Unfortunately, did not really push through to the end. So we're gonna be jumping into game number 2. And for the WCS, Jönköping. GG. Oh, nice. You are... Oh, that's right. You said you were visiting. Oh, you're visiting a friend's place in France. Oh, that's cool. Is it... This is going to be like an arrogant question, but is it... Do you, visit other countries often since you are relatively close? I'm assuming. Oh, I am so bummed that Artosis liked my tweet, but he didn't turn in. Just show me that you're watching, Artosis. Show me you love me. I don't think he would ever show his face in chat. Alright guys, we'll be jumping into game number 2 here of this best of 3 for the Group A stages here for WCS Jönköping. Oh wait, LoveCrit is up. That is right. Alright guys, spawning in the bottom right position. The red Protoss player up 1 in this best of 3. It is LoveCrit. And spawning in the top left position, the blue Zerg player down 1 of this best of 3. It is the sub for WCS Jönköping. It is Sannen. You know, guys, if you guys are on Twitter, tell Artosis just to say hi in my chat and make my night or morning. But that's cool that you visit. So it's only about a 40-minute drive to Denmark by train. Yeah, I watched with my wife. I watched The Amazing Race, and I don't know if the American version is popular anywhere outside of the United States. But they travel a lot, and I think they go to like 9 separate major countries, 4 or 5 continents depending, and of course one of the main ones is always they visit some 2 or 3 different European countries, Sweden, France, Italy, Germany, Austria, whatever, and of course then they throw in a couple Southeast Asia, so they do like either Chinese or Japan, Taiwan, whatever the case may be. Yeah, so I mean, so I watch all the time, so it's interesting how quickly you get around in the European countries. From the United States, I think the closest state to me is about 5 hours away. No, Oregon's about an hour and a half. About an hour and a half to one state, and then about 5 hours to the other. And so you don't really visit states that often. I live kind of close to Canada, but that's kind of it. My goal one day is to visit Europe or Korea. That'd be cool. We tried for the team to go to Korea to watch Gumiho play in the finals, but it's like a $2,000 ticket flight, so it ain't happening. All right, man. I appreciate you cruising in. If you want to hang out in the chat later, let me know. I cast as often as I can, and I stream almost daily, so I appreciate it. Good luck. Alright guys, so nothing too out of the ordinary is going on for either player. LoveCrit is kind of jumping into it, getting that Twilight Cancel. Looks like he's going to be trying to upgrade his adepts. Stalkers here, I'm just going to go after this Overlord here. He's going to be able to get it unless Sannen really alters course there, but he's going to try to get up in there. He's going to try to see that Twilight Cancel. He's going to be able to get it. And see that it's there. Oh, actually, he stops moving. Oh, he's not going to be able to get it. Unfortunately for Shannon there, he didn't, or Sannen there, he didn't go all the way into the base and see that there's that Twilight Council there. And he's about to lose Overlord. Oh, one more hit. He would have lost that Overlord. And there we go. Another gateway going down here for LoveCrit. LoveCrit getting that Overlord finally. And our box really dropping down here for LoveCrit as well. Third base from Sannen is up. This time he took it really early. And a good spot there getting Roach's Evolution Chamber upgrade now here for the Adept. Like I said, has started. Warp Gate research has finished up here from LoveCrit, and looks like he's going to be trying to push out through, going to warp in more adepts. robotics facility hasn't finished up just yet. 2 adepts running across the map, and they're going to try to run up, snipe these lings. And mothership core is here. Adept chased off those lings, take control of those Onaga towers. More adepts coming across, 6 more adepts coming across the map here. And we'll see what Sannen's able to do from this. I don't think he has full vision of exactly what is transpiring, but he's got to know some kind of attack is coming. Roaches are done here for Sannen, and he's going to be pushing out here. He doesn't have the speed upgrades for them just yet. Or does he? Does he? I completely missed it. Oh, there we go. Speed upgrade just now started. And here comes a lot of adepts. There's a few roaches here to deal with it, but is it going to be enough? Adepts coming here. They're going to go right after the queen. And the roaches are here. And it looks like he's going to fade away, jump into that third base. Third base is completely undefended. He's got a spine here, got a queen here. He's going to be able to take out that queen, take out a couple drones. Adepts shade away. Great counter there from LoveCrit. More adepts coming here for LoveCrit. LoveCrit's going to go after that third base. He really wants to stop this third base from getting really established so that he could push on forward more. Look at it. Immortals coming out, not to mention the sentries that are here with this army. Adepts kind of just floating around. They're going to get into the base here. This Sannen really trying to be as protective as he can. Sends 4 adepts to one base, 4 to the south. And these spines and roaches are going to be able to clean up this. But the third base from Sannen is just, again, not able to get fully functional. And here comes the attack. Sannen sees this attack coming, sees the immortal, sees the sentry, knows he needs to get as many of the roaches out as he can. A lot of roaches here now, +1 on the range, +1 for the armor for Sannen. And Sannen's gearing up to defend this attack. There's a lot of sentries here. And a decent amount of immortals and a crap ton of stalkers. Looks like they're just going to barely miss each other. So if either player attacks here at this moment, it's going to spell problems for both players because they're going to kind of almost go into a base trade type mode. And the overseer from from Sannen sees this army. And Sannen's going to push on forward. He does not care. Mothership core is here. He's going to be able to drop 3 pylon overcharges. And these roaches barely could reach it. And they're kind of bunched up here, and here comes the massive attack here from LoveCrit. LoveCrit going after the third base of Sannen. Sannen not able to defend against that third base. Ravagers are here, and half the army pulls back. And it looks like the Stalkers and Adepts are just going to go after this third base here. While the... barely misses that Mothership Core. Mothership Core, there we go. Finally gets taken down. No more pylon overcharges. And LoveCrit going after that third base. The spine's not fully burrowed yet. And looks like LoveCrit's going to push on forward. Sannen really getting sandwiched in now. Sentries pushing out this, and the Ravagers have no choice but to push on forward. Takes down that pylon, unpowers the robotics facility, and it's turned into some kind of base trade. The spine is not burrowed, and it's the sentry. And LoveCrit pushing on forward, attacking the second base of Sannen, but Sannen pushing on forward of himself, taking down the Nexus. LoveCrit is only on one base, but he's got the highest army supply there. Sannen pushing on forward, getting rid of the last little adepts. Oh my gosh, so close about landing, and I think Sannen's did it. It's so hard to tell who's got what because Sannen is taking down, is completely destroying LoveCrit's base. I mean, there's really nothing left here from except a bunch of pylons. But look at the main base of Sannen. Sannen has a spire out, but that's nothing. Hatcheries here all the way. This game. But look at it. So, I mean, at this point, LoveCrit's not going to be able to warp in anything outside of Zealots. He's got these gateways powered over here in the back. He's building a cybernetics core to get other units out, stalkers, adepts, whatever, mothership core, which he desperately needs. That's all he's going to be able to do, and all he's going to be able to warp in is the zealots at this point. And all the probes are down here from LoveCrit. LoveCrit's not going to be able to do anything else after this. Only thing he has to hold on to is get up into the main base of Sannen. If he can attack in there, he takes this series. But you have to remember, Sannen is down 1 in this best of 3. He needs to stay into this. And Sannen going after the pylons. And here we go. Spines are here, but there's really not much that Love is going to be able to do. He's not going to be pushed up against that. There's so many spines here to deal with that. Mothership core drops. The pylon overcharge. Crossabot takes down that Twilight Council. Last pylon gets taken out here from LoveCrit. And Mothership core is just doing everything he can, but he's not going to be able to pylon overcharge anything else anymore. And Love's completely broke. He has 1 probe, 2 probes on the map. I mean, both players are kind of broke here at the moment. The only thing is that Backup has his, or actually Sannen has his, the only thing I can think is Love dropping, like going, like, I don't know. I don't know exactly what he's going to be able to do. Roaches are here. Sannen going after the pylons. There we go. He's going to drop. But Sannen sees this drop. He's not going to be able to micro him up as much as he wants to. Sentry's out a little bit. GG gets called. And Sannen takes game number 2 of this best of 3. Great series. Great play from both players. And amazing comeback there from Sannen. So now we're going to be jumping into game number 3. Winner moves on to face against Helton. So let's get this going, guys. Of course, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Draven, and you're watching Dre TV, and I do my best to try to cast as much events for you guys as possible, and of course, I stream. And I am Twitch affiliated, so if you guys want to donate or do the cheer thing, I will 100% appreciate it, and I totally appreciate when guys do that for me. So if you could do that, I would greatly appreciate it. Yes. Durr. Sequencer. So let's see. So Sannen's invited me. Sure. I say Sannen's invited me to both games, but game 3 does because he doesn't want to invite me this time. Can't find WCS mod. It's the only one available. Was it backup B? Alright guys, we will be jumping into game number 3 here shortly. I am Draven, and thank you again guys so much for supporting the channel. You guys, it means a lot to me when you guys do that, so it's sun's out. No! Look how bright it gets! Oh! Ah! 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 Alright guys, let's get this going. Invite game 3. I don't know who he's talking to, but he's talking to me! You snooze, you lose, bud. I appreciate everyone that's been showing support to the channel. I used to cast for ESL for the North American scene, And just recently, they decided to stop funding for the ESL and A scene. So, I mean, I don't want to say I lost my job. I wasn't getting paid for it. But I lost, like, my biggest tournament. So I got Twitch affiliated right when it canceled it. And so I'm super bummed that I'm Twitch affiliated now. And I lost my major tournament. So I do try to cast for OSC. I do cast for PSISTORM Gaming. And I went to try to start my own monthly $25 to the winner type deal just to get my channel going and keep going and stuff like that. So again, of course, guys, throw the channel a follow. I totally appreciate it. Want to do the bits for the Twitch affiliated program. Totally appreciate it. Totally, if you guys want to donate for my birthday, I totally appreciate that as well. Whatever you guys want to do, I appreciate it regardless of how you want to show your support. Whether just follow me on Twitter, shout outs on Twitter, talking in chat, whatever you want to do, I appreciate it regardless. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Spawning on the bottom left position, the blue Protoss player, evening up the series, it is LoveCrit. And spawning in the top right position, the red Zerg player, he is the sub that came in, known as Sannen. We also call him Backup B. That's just the account he's playing on, is Backup B. It's not really his name. Obviously. Alright, so nothing too out of the ordinary. Surprisingly enough, LoveCrit didn't get up there in time to drop that pylon to block the hatchery. Super frustrating, I'm sure, for the Protoss players not being able to pylon block. And this probe is here. He's just kind of hanging out, taking a look, seeing when go Compass. Who's Compass? And again, I don't have a delay, guys, since these guys are offline. So I can answer questions, pretty ASAP. Who is Compass? Is that Sannen's name, Compass? Or is that where he's from? Fred. Compass friends. Compass means friends? Oh, team. Got it. Cool. Nice. Very cool. What is the full team name? I'll make sure. I didn't realize that. So, are they both? You guys, are they both on the same team, or what? LoveCrit sends. Oh, they're both on the same team. LoveCrit and Sannen are teammates. Oh, that's such a bummer. Oh, that is such a bummer. Team kills in the round of 80. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. That's a bum. But what's the team name? Is the team called Compass? Is it like, do they represent Team Compass? All same team. Yep. Oh, that's cool. Am I saying it right? Compass? Or is it Compass? It's Compass, right? Like Tis. Yes. Oh. Cool. Yeah, I speak I speak and read a little German, which doesn't really translate to Sweden, but you know what I mean. I understand the phonetics of the language until it comes to Jönköping, and that I just guess every time. I just know the K is ch. Speedlink's coming out here from Sannen. Sending a lot of lings out. I guess he really wants to start punishing LoveCrit. A lot of adepts are here, plus the Mothership Core has enough to drop a pylon overcharge, and the link's just kind of hanging out here at the. Now you can Swedish too. Sure good. Or Shahar good. Now you can Swedish too. A little probe here from LoveCrit over the Zolnaga Tower. When StarCraft 2 first came out, I was actually very hesitant of having Zolnaga Towers, only because I used to play Command & Conquer 3 for a long time, and I always thought they have watchtowers that if you take over a watchtower, it takes like 10 seconds to trigger, but you take it over, you get vision, plus you get minerals or you get resources when you take it over. So I always thought it was kind of like a Command & Conquer thing, but it never they never really made it that viable. They didn't give you like the bonus resources. So I was like, ah, never mind. I guess it's not. But yeah. So looks like we're gonna be doing some kind of dropping again, and like we saw, classic loss to a bunch of drops. And here's some DTs, Dork's right here from Lovecraft, but he doesn't have any pylons on the field, so I'm not too sure where he's going to actually get it. Backup doesn't, actually, Sannen doesn't have a lair, so he doesn't have overseers or anything, and Sannen unfortunately is not. There we go. What is he gonna do? She's going to try to drop into this base, but LoveCrit has great vision. At least going to have good defense of what's coming. And here goes the third base. It's getting attacked now. Oh, he's dropping multiple, so that way the Stalkers don't know which ones to attack. And he's actually going after the one that's not filled. Oh, great little counter there. And here comes a second drop. Unfortunately, not filled with Banes, because those would have been some sweet Bane hits. But here we go, major drop into the second base of LoveCrit. And the Lings doing everything they can to do some damage there. Pylon overcharge does go off. A couple probes are going down. I mean, 9 probes total. And we've saw before LoveCrit holding on to this as Sannen did a very similar build in map 1. And unfortunately, he did not win map number 1. And Sannen didn't. And LoveCrit was just able to defend the best he can. Here comes the DTs. DT's going after the third base of Sannen. He's going straight after that Spore Crawler. And like I say, he doesn't have a lair. It's almost done. But there he goes. He gets... he's going to go after that third base. And that third base is going to drop. This Overseer is almost done yet. But where is that? Where are the Overseers? There is none in the base here for Sannen, and Sannen lost his third base. There we go. Overseers are just now finished up, and these DTs unfortunately are going to get cleaned up by these Lings. Great job though from LoveCrit to that counterattack, getting that third base and sniping. And didn't get any decent drone kills or queen kills just because they wasn't fully established just yet. But he was able to snipe that hatchery, which is just in and of itself perfect. Why are people friggin' spamming me on Twitter? I'll never know. So there's a couple roaches coming in. LoveCrit sees this, of course. Sees that Lings are here. These Stalkers are going to be able to get rid of those Lings, no problem. Ravengers are here. Going to start dropping some Corrosive Bile. Stalkers trading decently. Corrosive Bile land, and there we go. Almost taking out those Stalkers, but was not able to get it. Corrosive Bile landing on top of that pylon. It's going to be a super great thing to pick off if he's able to get it. And there we go. Pylon overcharge does come off, and here goes the Sannen trying to go after that wall, and it forces out a pylon overcharge, and nothing was there. Great job baiting that out. Oh, but Archons. Oh, I completely missed this drop. Archons and DTs in the main base of Sannen. And Archons are here clearing out the drone as 20 workers have gone down for Sannen. Is it going to be enough to win the game, though? LoveCrit just doing such a great job holding on to it. Lair is up, but there's no queens here. And it's actually going to drop. Lair gets taken down. And the Warp Prisms here going to save 2 DTs and an Archon. Of course, Bile landing on top of his own drone. Great pick off there from Sannen. And this being super annoying here. Archon coming in and going after that Spire. Is he going to be able to get it? Warp Prism just running around now. And Warp Prism from LoveCrit will be able to get out. And he's in a commanding position right now. Looks like he's about to move out with these Stalkers and these Immortals. 5 wow, my eyes, it's tired. 1 Colossi is coming out now here for LoveCrit. And LoveCrit, kind of like I was saying before, with game number 1, all he had to do was just hold on, and he won the game. And it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen this time. Sannen just kind of running across the map, seeing what he could get. Spire is almost done here. Cross-bow landing. Good prediction shots on top of this Warp Prism, but does not get it. And this Warp Prism is going to go to the main base here of Sannen. And Sannen is the DTs. Oh, DTs is just going to go after the Spire. And he's going to get the snipe on the Spire, and he saves both DTs. Cross-bow landing, hitting their own targets, going after the larva. Like, it's a good job trying to predict it where it's at, but just barely missing it. And just dodging and weaving like a boss, man. And he's going to go back. I think the base... Oh, is he going to get it, though? Oh, so close. And here comes the counter, and looks like Sannen just doesn't want to deal with it anymore. He's just going to go after it. He's going to go, screw it. You're going to take everything from me. Whatever. Spire was able to finish up. As we see, the Corruptor was able to come out. Unfortunately, he's not attacking at all. War Prism coming in. Look at all these Zealots getting warped around. Now that Corruptor, unfortunately, was not paying attention. And the Stalkers are here. Cross-bow laying on top of this army. Getting some decent shots on that Stalker, but the Colossus here way in the back. More cross-bow landing on top of the Stalkers. And but is it going to be enough here? DTs and Zealots are here attacking the main base of Sannen, but I don't think Sannen's going to be able to do it. He pulls his army all the way back. And the Zealots are here getting rid of the last little bit of the army. Look at the army supply, 70 to 120. DT's coming in, going to go after the hatchery. Does not matter that the Overseers are here because it's not going to be able to stop it. Corruptor finally going after that War Prism. And here we go, Ravengers and Roaches with this army. And they should be able to take care of this army. The Overseers are following the War Prism. Unfortunately, the Overseers are following the War Prism and not following the DTs. So these DTs are actually going to clean up this ground army. And LoveCrit's pushing on forward, and it looks like that's going to be game. GG's going to get called here shortly.